With her can-do attitude, love of simple gardens and decades of experience, Charlie Dimmock is one of Britain's best-loved gardeners.
Looking good, boys.
But the new kids on the gardening block are the Rich brothers.
We want to be the brothers that change people's perceptions of gardens.
Winners of multiple medals at the Chelsea Flower Show.
Oh, good turn.
Amazing.
The boys have become known for their dramatic outdoor spaces. Now these two different generations of gardening are going head-to-head.
I know they've got a gold medal, but I can come up with a few ideas.
They're meeting frustrated garden owners across the country.
The photos made it look tiny. It is, isn't it?
I'm sure you've seen larger.
I don't know what to do with it.
And will each pitch them a design based on their needs and budget.
It looks really exciting.
It doesn't look like it could be our garden.
The winner
Ta-da!
brings their design to life,
Hold on.
Sweet, isn't it?
and the loser has to help them build it.
Oh, I'm getting irritated now. We're sort of faffing around.
This is what happens
Does he ever get irritated?
All the time.
when different styles collide.
Who chose these?
1, 2, 3.
This looks like your design.
Yeah.
To turn garden dreams into reality.
Wow, open your eyes.
Wow, it's amazing. It's beautiful.
It's time for Charlie and the Rich brothers to discover whose garden they'll be battling over this time.
So we've got Laura and James, young couple, 28, and they're getting married this year. So they've got a lot of things on their plate. So they're planning for a wedding, and they've been doing up their house as well for 2 years.
James and his fiancée Laura live in Farnham in Surrey. Despite both of them working full-time, they've spent 2 years turning their first house into their dream home.
I think it's been quite time-consuming doing all the renovations, so it's taken a lot of time to go through all the rooms. We're almost finished now, but we haven't touched the garden, so it's quite neglected at the moment.
This young couple have put so much money and effort into their home that their garden has been completely neglected.
Brace yourselves for this one, guys. Have a look at that picture.
It doesn't even look like a garden, does it?
No, what's happened there?
That's a little scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think we've lacked inspiration with what to do with the garden.
We stripped it all back from what was there before, and then we just got it to sort of a blank canvas, and then
Yeah,
we just
definitely.
really want a bit of inspiration on where to go from there.
This garden is a disaster. Right now, its only features are the remains of an old bathroom and an unsightly patio that's definitely seen better days.
There's nothing here, is there?
It's not even any
It's sort of
lawn
there.
or anything.
A bit of a tricky one, isn't it?
I'd say looking at the garden at the moment, it's a bit grim, it's a bit dark out
Yeah,
there.
we don't want to spend any time in
No.
there as it is.
And it looks like there's some sort of level change at the end there as well.
Yeah, because otherwise that's a really tall shed.
Yes. So it looks quite a tricky one, this one, I'd say.
Despite the state of the garden, James and Laura have high expectations.
So they definitely want to have it for entertaining. Want to have it for bringing friends over, drinking wine in the evening, that kind of thing. Well, Laura said that she loves flowers and herbs.
I'd quite like to see plants like roses, lavender, fuchsia.
So flood the garden with flowers and I think they'll be very happy.
But having poured their money into the house, and with a wedding to pay for, James and Laura have a limited budget to spend.
The budget we provided is £1,500.
It's a big wish list for £1,500.
To get a good effect with
Yeah.
not much money, and there's absolutely nothing.
I think this one's going to take all our creativity, isn't
I
it?
think so, yeah.
Having learnt what they have to contend with, Charlie and the boys will now compete for the chance to make over Laura and James's garden. They're heading to the couple's house to look for clues that might give each of them the edge when it comes to their design. Charlie's heading straight to the garden with Laura and James.
This is it. Someone's been doing some work.
Yeah, been busy.
But the boys have a different approach. They like to snoop around inside.
I think one thing that definitely strikes me is the word shabby chic.
They like to look inside a client's house for clues of how the garden could reflect their tastes.
I think they love the idea of bringing things back to their natural state,
Yep.
maybe leaving a little bit of paint on them or something.
Yeah.
You can tell that through all these woods.
The boys are known for their contemporary style, but Laura and James have quite traditional tastes, so they need to be careful.
What was it like when you moved in?
We had a bit of a grass patch there.
It was kind of just not really doing much.
There'd been an extension which got knocked down, and rather than pay for skips to get rid of all the waste, they've just buried it at the bottom of the garden and covered it in paving.
One thing I've also noticed as well, there's a lot of floral patterns. It's here on some cake tins and the mugs, and also through cut flowers as well.
Yeah. So I think that's probably one thing we try to look at putting in the garden.
What do you want from the garden? I mean, how are you going to use it?
We'd like somewhere where you can just like sit out in the summer and relax, have a drink or two, and then have people over as well.
We need to make sure it's looking as good as what they've done in here, you know, because this is what they love, this is how they see themselves, their own style.
Just make sure there's a lovely link between them.
Yeah.
Both spaces, and then
they'll love it.
Yeah, good work.
Harry and David clearly fancy their chances, but Charlie's finding more clues in the back that might give her an advantage.
Now, I have to say, the different levels, there's a lot of different levels, aren't there?
The old patio is actually in the ideal spot.
You must get all the evening sun up here.
Yeah, this is the real sun trap.
Shed seems like it's seen better days.
Yeah, it's on its last legs, I think.
Yeah. I have to say, we've got a lot to contend with here. It's a tight budget. We've got different levels to work. It's going to really challenge me and the boys to come up with something. But I'm sure we've got a few ideas.
Can't wait to see them.
Transforming this garden for £1,500 is a big ask. Just rebuilding the patio from scratch could blow the budget. So our rival designers get straight to work. Each of them has to come up with a design for Laura and James's garden that will work within their £1,500 budget. The couple will then choose a winner, and whoever loses will have to help them build the garden. So who will the couple go for? Will it be Charlie with her wealth of experience, an eye for the practical and love of blooms? Or will they go with the award-winning Rich Brothers, known for their chic, modern designs?
So,
Wow.
It's time for the big pitch.
So our idea, our concept for the garden was to really create an outdoor room for you guys, somewhere that you can come home after work and indulge in your outdoor lifestyle, you know, have a glass of wine and just immerse you in a much more of a natural space.
Instead of it being all open, you'll actually have these lovely little rooms. You wander through the garden rather than just seeing it as one.
Zone, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The boys have divided the space horizontally into areas for lounging and dining, turning the garden into a series of rooms. Whilst Charlie's taken a different tack.
You're new gardeners, you work all the time, you're not quite sure time-wise how much time you'll have for the garden. I have basically gone with the shape, so the rectangular, but to add some interest, I've gone with raised borders made of timber at different heights.
She's going for a more conventional approach, using timber borders down each side of the garden. The boys have chosen wood too, but used it in a rather different way.
We also drew on from the house as well. There's quite a lot of wooden flooring, so we wanted to give you a lovely linear path there.
These two raised beds here, they're sort of what I would call bum height, just ideal perching.
That's perfect for when we've got guests over and we have parties in the summer, because we always run out of chairs.
One feature Laura and James are definitely not a fan of is the old shed.
What we wanted to do is kind of define this with a nice blocked wall, and that again doubles up as a seating space with a nice slab top on it.
So the boys are planning to leave the shed in and mask it, but Charlie's gone one better.
I have put a new shed in there, and I would have the shed facing this way, and it's a bit of a summer house type of shed.
Now we know Laura loves her plants. Can Charlie and the boys wow her on such a limited budget?
So we've got planting down this area here. On the top, we've left areas for maybe if you want to grow some herbs, and there's be a little bit more meadowy, so you'll have like a little bit more of a natural meadow. You see, like warm pinks, so it'll be something that's very quite floral and quite natural.
We have a flower border here of roses and lavender.
Okay.
All right.
Very nice.
Now, this side of the garden, we're going to be putting in things there that like the sun and give you all the coloured flowers.
Both sides are trying to appeal to Laura's love of pink. But Charlie's come up with an extra place for plants by the back door.
These are actually containers made out of scaffold boards, painted, that are on wheels.
That sounds pretty cool.
It just lets you relax. It's your own little kind of bit of zen. I'm in touch with a bit more nature as well, which is quite nice.
It doesn't look like it could be our garden.
That's it, time's up. The couple must decide which design will deliver the garden that they want for their £1,500 budget.
The Rich brothers, I like where they've covered up the shed because it is a bit shabby at the moment.
In this one, it's kind of open, but that's quite an interesting concept. Yeah, and I like the decked walkway. That's really nice.
Yes, and it sort of ties in with the timber floorboards of the house as well. These are raised planters and work as a sort of bench as well, don't they? So when we've got people over,
They can perch on
perch
them.
on the side, yeah. And then you like these as well, didn't you, these colours?
Yeah, she mentioned having roses and lavender and smell lovely. And Charlie's also has a kind of a new shed, and I think we really do need one.
Yeah, it's on its last leg, so I think that would be pretty handy. It's a tough choice, isn't it?
It is.
With a new life ahead of them, this garden could really make a difference to Laura and James. But only one design can win. Will Laura and James plump for the Rich Brothers design that will take them on a journey through different zones, leading to a romantic seating area? Or will they choose Charlie's new summer house, her movable planters and raised beds filled with flowers? It's decision time.
Hi, guys.
Hello, hey.
Hi.
Was it a difficult decision?
Very, we loved both, didn't we?
Yeah, we loved both. We loved just to visualise our garden as something different. We have decided to go with Charlie's
Charlie's.
design.
Oh, interesting. My goodness.
So, I think it's going to be difficult to keep it on budget and to get everything in.
We haven't got long to build it,
I'm
have
glad
we?
you're both young and strong. I will be pointing. So how did you get to your decision? And I hope there weren't any arguments because, you know, I'd hate the wedding to be off.
I'll just did what I'm told. Easiest way, isn't it?
Good man.
Charlie may be smiling now, but this is where the hard work really starts. The boys are clearly disappointed, so she's going to need to win them round and put them to work if they're to have any hope of transforming this derelict backyard. Before Charlie and the boys can work their magic, her contracting team have to prepare the site. Charlie's working on the finer points of her design, so has asked project manager Kate and her boys to remove everything undesirable in the garden and lay the foundations for the new features in the design.
We've got our railway sleepers, which are going to be the main frame for all our raised beds. So that's the main design feature in this garden. We've just got to start getting that all round and start using it.
At the heart of Charlie's design is a new summer house. So it's time for the old shed to make an unceremonious exit. The new building is going to be a focal point in this garden, so it needs to be sited perfectly. The days of the humble shed hidden away at the bottom of the garden are over. In today's gardens, buildings are just as big a feature as trees and plants. Whether it's simple storage solutions, elegant summer houses, or ultra-modern outdoor pods, the right building can be another living space, helping take the pressure off our busy homes. But if you are going to invest in an outdoor structure, take care to site it properly so it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. In Laura and James's garden, Charlie's plan is for the new summer house to face the patio, but there's a problem. The footings left from the old shed base are rotten, and with no money for new ones, contractors Adam and Scott are recycling parts of the old shed to create a new base. An expensive garden building can come with free installation, but on this budget, we're going flat pack and relying on the contractor's expertise. This isn't a one-person job, so if you do the same, make sure you've got someone to help you. The old shed may have gone, but Charlie's decided to keep the patio as a seating area for Laura and James. Right now, it's an eyesore, but Charlie has big plans for it, so has charged Kate and the boys with giving it a facelift.
First things first, I think we're going to jet wash the patio, get it cleaned up, because it's quite dirty.
With Charlie and the boys on their way, the contractors are keen to get all the prep work finished. The patio has been laid on an unsightly pile of rubble. So they're building a retaining wall to cover up the edges, in front of which there'll be a set of steps.
Perfect. Look at that, that's better.
But the pile of rubble is a lot wider than the patio. So there's a rather large gap.
And the height from the original patio, obviously we've got such a difference between there and here.
Yeah, and another sleeper makes it higher than the patio.
Too high, yeah, I think.
Yeah, if this
so.
wall comes up higher, we're going to be above the patio,
Yeah.
which I think is going to ruin the flow of the garden.
On the design, there's a lot more patio there on the actual
It comes
picture.
all the way out
and
to
there's
here.
not actually much patio here, is there?
No, well, we couldn't
For
get
us
any
to deal
extra
with.
slabs,
No.
and of course,
Yep.
lack of budget as well.
Yeah.
Fortunately, Charlie, Harry and David have arrived just in time and are ready to get stuck in.
So, plan of attack.
Right, go on, lay it on us.
Here we go. Harry, what I'd like you to do is get on with the raised beds because we've got to get ahead with the building them because we've got to fill them with soil before we plant them.
Yep.
I know it's really obvious, but there you go, yeah.
It's a good job.
And David, if you can start on the patio at the far end.
Yeah.
So we're going to recycle all the slabs, so maybe lose one or two of the slabs. It will make it just look a little more patio relaxed rather than parking space.
Like it.
Don't tell me you're drinking tea while we're
Yeah,
doing
I'm
this.
going to be here drinking tea, enjoying the sunshine,
Making sure we're doing a good
checking the
job.
time and pointing, yeah?
Perfect, yeah.
Off you go then.
Right. Oh.
I might just have a sip of my tea first then.
David's dutifully off to revive the patio, and Harry is on the case constructing the raised beds that will flank the edges of the garden. But Kate needs Charlie to focus on finding a solution to the retaining wall problem.
So what's the issue then? I mean...
Well, I think it's quite a little
Yeah,
bit obvious, really, yeah.
That was meant to be the level, but if we come up another sleeper,
Yep.
it's going to be too high, isn't it?
It's going to be too high, and, you know, it's going to ruin that line. So, idea is to put this sleeper here, make an extra step.
Okay, like what? So like that?
Yeah, like that.
Right.
So we kind of put
Yeah.
a sleeper here, so you're going step one,
Step.
and
step.
then, yeah, that's what we thought you might have before.
David, we got a bit of a problem here, mate.
What is it?
Well, it's the levels, isn't it? We got the issue with the levels. So we really need an extra step, but we haven't got a vast amount of materials to do it. But I want it all to tie in, so I'm thinking, chop this, drop it in. I mean, there's a lot of hardcore underneath, so it's quite firm. And then another sleeper at the back, drop that slab into there.
Yeah.
Then put another step here on the angle.
It lends you into this little patio area as well.
Yeah.
Laura and James's limited budget means that anything that can be reused in the garden is a bonus. The challenge will be to find a way to make the old slab into a safe stepping stone.
How are you going?
Oh, easy. Just relaying some slabs, making them some level, banging some things.
This one's a bit...
Oh, that was one I just did. Oh, no!
No, it's not. You liar.
But before that, the old patio will need a facelift. Charlie's tasked David with turning it from an eyesore into a new seating area. And he's found a solution using ordinary gravel.
So if you need to remove a slab or there's a missing space, and they can just fill the gravel in its place. And this situation works really well because we've got 4 surrounding slabs. So it holds the gravel in, which is great.
By breaking up the solid paving with gravel, the patio immediately looks better.
This is a really good way to increase your area for your patio, but using gravel also gives that lovely texture and a bit of material change.
But David's got another trick to bring it to life.
Right, so if you're looking to spruce up your patio, but you find that some of the original slabs are broken or you can't find them, this is another great way of doing it. So here we've got chamomile lawn and we've got creeping thyme, and you can plant these then in the gaps. And these are great because they're low-lying, which means you're not going to trip over them. They smell really good, and they love dry and poor soil. So it means it's not going to take too much maintenance. So you're just going to make sure you dig a decent hole for them, enough for the pot size. Loosen up the soil around it, because that'll help the new roots grow through. And once you're at the pot, just maybe give the roots a little tease, and then you put it in, and then push the soil up around it. There we are. And then that'll grow and thrive and, you know, be beautiful.
Nearby, Harry and Adam are building Charlie's extra step. They're adding a timber frame for stability and a membrane to stop the weeds coming through.
That's good and solid now. Yeah. That'll take people walking on it.
Yeah.
Then, around the old slab, they're adding gravel so it matches David's new patio.
Much smarter finish.
Almost like a beach themed.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. All I'm doing here now is we've got a bit of a kind of issue of having all this kind of, it's unsightly, doesn't look the best. So what we're going to do, can I borrow the board?
Yes.
Is use a bit of a wooden board here just to create a more decorative finish to this step.
One of the issues with the old garden was that the fence at the back had collapsed. So David's come up with a solution. He's painting the remaining panel dark brown. And has found a novel use for one of the old shed walls.
Whack-a-mole!
This garden build is all about making a limited budget go a long way. Laura and James were taken with Charlie's idea for containers by the back door, but with no money to buy them, she's making them for a fraction of the price.
So we're making them nice and big. One, they're easier to maintain because they won't dry out so quickly, but also the impact, you'll be able to get more plants in them and they'll look a lot more attractive. Containers are great in a garden, but they can work out really expensive. My idea is that we're building it out of timber. This is going to just give a bit more support to the container. We're using gravel boards, so they're tannalised.
Tannalised means the wood has been treated to stop it from rotting.
There we go.
One in there.
There.
One in there.
That's a nice snug fit.
Beautiful.
As you can see, it's quite substantial. It's now that it's started coming together, it's quite weighty, which is good. Won't blow over in the wind. Even if you're not the best DIYer in the world, a container like this is really quite simple. It's a case of chopping up bits of timber, more or less the same length, doesn't matter if there's a couple of millimetres out, and screwing it together. That's it, really.
These aren't ordinary containers. They move. And this budget-busting idea has huge benefits to the plants.
In the winter, you can wheel it right up against the house and the plants will be more protected.
Adding a weed-proof membrane to the base of the container protects it from the soil, while still allowing water to drain through when it's filled.
And the timber this way will last much longer because it doesn't sit on a solid surface that's wet. The water will run through, so the timber is good to go.
Harry's also keen to show off his carpentry skills, but on a much bigger scale. He's cutting the softwood sleepers that will be a key feature at the edge of the garden.
What's so nice about this is that it's such a warm material. It creates this lovely kind of structure, and in this garden now it's going to create quite a contemporary structure. You can kind of play around with shapes and forms, and I think that's what's so nice about it, is that, you know, you can kind of do it yourself.
One of the big challenges with James and Laura's plot is drawing attention away from this rather boring fence. There are a number of ways in which you can make a long, thin garden appear wider and more interesting. In this garden in Berkshire, designer Andrea Newell has employed every trick in the book to bring this skinny urban plot to life.
The best ways to tackle a long, narrow garden really is to try and give the appearance that the garden is wider than it actually is. So ways of doing that are to have paths, rather than going straight up the garden, have them going horizontally across the width of the garden, so the eye is drawn across rather than straight up. Another way is to create a diagonal shape, and at the point of each diagonal you may have a focal point or a beautiful plant or a sculpture or something. It's to create movement within the garden and interest, really. This garden, which is, as well as being long and thin, it's sloping. To disguise that element, the garden was terraced, and on each level I added pergolas for height. The first one nearer the house being to frame the view and provide a sort of a full stop rather than draw the eye straight up the garden, and then another one further up to provide a destination. The key is to try and disguise what perhaps is a negative feature and turn it into a positive feature.
Just like in Andrea's garden, James and Laura have a sloping, narrow plot, so Charlie's employing softwood sleepers to break up the space. And because she's the boss, the boys are doing all the hard work.
It's important when you're using sleepers to keep them really level, because at the end you're really going to see the structure. So I'm just going to dip this down now, as there's quite a big level change in the garden.
The sleepers will go in at different angles and heights before being filled with soil to create raised beds. And Harry's got the job of getting the levelling and measuring just right.
I'm creating this kind of section which is going to jut out in the garden. It's going to be raised, so it's going to create this lovely feature and really kind of elevate the garden, which is going to be a really nice detail.
Levelling the ground is hard work, but definitely worth it for the end result. These sleepers are heavy enough that they can be laid directly onto the ground and have been treated to protect them from the elements.
What are you up to?
Trying to dig out in this. You've been good up there with your slabbing?
Yeah,
nice
nailing
easy
it.
Work.
Just brushing in some gravel.
Yeah.
Fluffing some flowers.
Sounds like your kind of job, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Bracket with it.
This little guy.
See if he's in there.
Sunshine, sunshine, you know, some of us are waiting on the saw, you know, don't just use it and chuck it aside.
I mean, digging.
Crazy. Oh, now you're... Right, Barry, let's level this off, eh? Oh! That's Harry level, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Is it going on the inside or the outside?
Yeah, outside there.
Outside, not long enough.
We've just jutted this out, so it really makes a kind of feature, and this is going to be 2 levels high, so it makes it really easy to kind of manage, doesn't it, and maintain.
And ideal to sit on.
Yes.
With a nice
you know
cup
that,
of tea. Right, and sunshines.
1 peg. 15 to go. So we're using the pegs just to hold the raised beds in, really. So for the sleepers, otherwise they might move once you push soil up against them.
Right, save last one.
Last one, nice.
All right.
What we've got to do now, fasten it up, and then we're off.
So far, this garden rescue is on track. The summer house is up, and the patio has had a revamp. But there's an awful lot of raised beds going in, and we've only got enough money for 1 bag of soil to fill them all.
We're a bit tight on the soil, and budget doesn't allow for more.
As things stand, there's a strong possibility some beds won't get filled. Charlie has to get James and Laura outside for a summit meeting.
Basically, on the design, you'll remember that there were raised borders all the way round.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But because of the levels at the top end of the garden, we need to use up a little bit more of the topsoil.
Okay.
So what I'm suggesting, there's 2 options. We can reduce this border and cut it back, the raised border.
Okay.
That will reduce the amount of soil that we can use up there. We can either make this into a border at ground level, or we can run some turf straight across there.
Okay. Both look good, but what would you prefer?
I think the turf, maybe just extend the grassed area, maybe.
Yeah, I agree. I reckon the turf.
Yeah.
Right,
What do you think?
yay! That's the right answer. OK, that's wonderful. That really sorts the problem out.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
With all the boys on tools, Charlie's on to stage 2 of her mobile containers. Containers are a great way to bring colour and texture to a large patio, small balcony or a decking area. They are perfect for growing plants, herbs and veg. The bonus of container gardening is you can choose your soil rather than being stuck with what nature's left you, allowing you to grow a variety of different plants more successfully. In Laura and James's garden, Charlie knows that Laura loves to cook, so she's creating a mini herb garden by the back door.
It's rosemary. Rosemary's great. You can use it in cooking, you can make it into topiary, and it's evergreen. And it smells gorgeous, and the bees and butterflies love it. And a couple of thymes. Okay, that'll hang over nicely.
As well as rosemary, Charlie is also planting sorrel and sage, the perfect herbs for Laura's soups and stews. With the deck now complete, Charlie can add her next design feature. She's planning to construct a decorative pergola to frame the view of the back of the garden, but needs David's help to site it.
David, are you doing anything? Oh,
Always.
no. Come on. Right, let's sort this pergola. Need to find the middle of the retaining wall.
Yeah.
For the central upright post.
Okay.
A shop-bought structure would bust the budget, so she's improvising using 3 timber posts and a length of chain.
This pergola is going to be just really simple. It's like a swag.
A swag?
A swag.
Oh, interesting. Nice.
But what I want to see is where that post is going to be in relation to the doors, yeah? Where is it?
Where's the mark? There he is.
Mark. Just for now, it's going to be like that.
How's that look for you?
What we need is for you to hold that on there. What do you think?
So, that doesn't look too bad because you can still see the shed upright, but it doesn't interfere with the lines. I'm pleased about
David's not convinced. Let's hope Laura and James like it.
Yeah, that's got it. Yeah.
This is screwed to the retaining wall to hold it upright, but we just want to put some concrete mix around the very bottom to make it stable so it won't blow around in the wind, and it will just give it that extra strength. So, you being 6'8".
6'3".
6'3", all right. I want you to put a screw in, and then we're going to hook the chains on.
Yeah.
So we're going to have one going zump, zump, and then we're going to have one going a thump, thump.
Cool.
Yeah?
I like it.
A double swag. I'll hold this end, you hold that end.
This double swag will create a place for climbing plants to scramble. Once they've grown across the whole structure, it will be a living frame of colour and scent. That's it for the building. Now it's time to see if there's enough soil to fill the beds.
1, 2, 3.
Luckily, there is, and the beds are full to the brim.
Multitasking, multitasking. Levelling beds, potting up containers, and pointing a lot. Right, that's that.
Homeowner Laura has a passion for pink, and Charlie won her over with her carefully chosen mix of bright, colourful flowers. And now it's critical they all go in the right place.
Oh, such choices.
It looks a bit chaotic, but there's method in Charlie's madness. She points and gets the boys to do the lifting. On the right-hand side, Charlie's using shade-loving shrubs to brighten the space.
You can take the Chenomelies, boys. We'll have, let's put one in the middle back here. So,
Chenomelies, better known as a flowering quince, are spiny shrubs that produce bright red, pink or white flowers.
We have got a nice golden heart ivy, which might be nice on that wall. Chocolate or jasmine down by the seating area?
I don't really know.
Decisions.
Where's he going?
Just down on the other side of the
right.
patio area. David, you should know, girls don't do left and right. It's that way or that way.
Charlie's chosen other fragrant plants for the couple to enjoy at the top of the patio.
Here. Nice lavender, a couple of lavenders next to the step. So as they wander up, they'll brush by them and they'll be in heaven, sat down here of an evening to chillax.
In this sunny spot, Charlie is planting flowers with pink blooms, including these bleeding hearts. They get their name from their pretty heart-shaped flowers. With Laura and James's budget not extending to a new fence, to cover the old one, Charlie's using climbers, like this climbing rose, the Rosa Compassion, to soften the boundaries.
So these are lovely, all breccia. They trail down over the edge of things, but they also make a nice mat. So this will end up as a carpet of variegated foliage with these purple flowers. Do you like these?
They are really nice, yeah.
Dianthus. What is it? Cloves and nutmeg.
I was just about to say that.
Charlie's chosen a wisteria to cover the new pergola.
Then you can twine a couple of bits in.
With little training, this wisteria will wind its way around the chain swags and produce beautiful flowers around Maytime each year. But to give the climbers on the fence a helping hand, Harry's adding some support.
I'm just pre-drilling this hole so I can turn in and get the eyelets for... I'm going to string up some wire for the climbers. Just gives them a nice little bit of structure so they can grow up.
Clematis montana is a great choice to cover a wall or fence because it'll grow quickly to fill the space. Well supported, they can grow up to 14 metres high and 3 metres wide. You can plant it any time of year, but it will be in full bloom in early summer.
That's about perfect, yeah, do that.
To bring her design to life for the money, Charlie's had to recycle like mad. She's even found a use for part of the old bathroom suite.
So this is Laura's little sink that was hidden away underneath some builder's rubble. So it's quite sweet. I'm going to plant it up with a couple of her favourite plants, hardy geraniums, which are great for anywhere in the garden, keep flowering and flowering. Fuchsia, she likes pinks, so we're going to have it's a hardy fuchsia, so that will give us a bit of height at the back, and then maybe one or two of the alpines to really pretty it up. Little bit of miniature gypsophila. Everybody knows gypsophila. It's that fluffy white little flower you get in a bunch of carnations.
By saving money on landscaping and features, Charlie's freed up enough money to give Laura and James a brand new lawn. The boys are clearing weeds and pebbles and then carefully raking the surface to leave a top finish ready for laying the turf. The first row is laid against a straight edge to ensure the rest go in straight. Then each piece is placed tight to the next to get an even finish. A new lawn will need frequent watering and is best laid between early autumn and early spring. And as the last roll goes down, this budget-busting new garden is finished. In its previous life, James and Laura's garden was an empty void, its only feature being the partly buried remains of an old bathroom suite. Now it's had a £1,500 transformation. But Charlie and the team have had to make every penny count. The old garden featured a dilapidated shed. Now in its place is a romantic summer house. Coming in at £350 is the perfect focal point for the new garden. By hand-making a pergola for just £60, Charlie has added a living frame to the garden. This will burst with stunning blooms once the climbers take hold. The old plot looked long and featureless, so the team spent just over £300 on wooden sleepers, creating raised beds placed at different angles. And Charlie's added movable containers for the bargain price of £20. These have been planted with Laura's favourite herbs, and for a bit of resourceful recycling, she's even taken the old sink found in the garden and made it into a quirky planter. Despite their limited budget, James and Laura had high hopes for this garden. They were looking for the perfect outdoor space to complement their new married life together. It's time to find out if Charlie and the boys have delivered the garden they dreamed of.
Oh, here they come.
So a bit further.
I'm nervous for them.
Little step.
Feels like grass.
Feels like grass, does it?
I think their eyes are closed.
Oh, they're not allowed to see.
Unless they're really slow walkers.
Right. Would you like to open your eyes?
Oh my god.
Wow, that's unbelievable, isn't it?
Wow.
What a transformation.
Oh, big smiles. We can see teeth, that's good.
That bit up there looks amazing and it's so different.
Yeah? A good difference?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
much
unbelievable,
better
yeah.
different. The steps look lovely as well. I like the way that you've actually reused the old slabs as well. It looks good.
Never
Ties
realised they
it
were that
in,
colour.
yeah.
They're eyeing up that shed, aren't they? The summer house.
And we've got your...
Movable planters, is it?
Yeah, they look so nice, don't
So
they?
you'll be able to move these
I think they're
down.
a pretty cool thing, aren't they, mate?
I love those, yeah.
Come and explore.
I visualised the kind of the beds and how they would look, but I just wasn't sure how this would end up. So
Yeah, I
that's
wasn't sure how it would be
amazing.
finished off,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. I could tread lightly.
Perfectly executed. Onto the top.
And then you get a totally different view
Yeah, exactly.
looking back. And then we've got your climbers. So this one's an akebia, so that smells of chocolate.
Oh, lovely.
Nice.
This is an evergreen clematis, so it's got a lovely honey smell, early spring. And then this will be your wisteria.
Oh, yes.
And it's just about to come into flower.
Oh, it's going to look amazing in full bloom, isn't it?
Yeah, once it's all grown up.
Well, there's lots of smiles, so I think today we've nailed it, really. I think they love the garden.
Oh, amazing. Thank you, Charlie. Thanks so much.
This garden has pushed Charlie and the boys' skills to the limit, but it's been worth it.
For the budget, I think they've managed to really fit a lot into it and get creative with it.
For the budget, I think we've made quite an impact on the garden.
It's completely changed, I think.
We've got retaining wall, we've got steps, you've got the raised beds. It is the essence of this garden, isn't it?
If I was to do it out of brick or stone, it'd be a lot more expensive. So again, budget-wise, it's been brilliant.
And my
Lovely
containers, if you went to buy that would cost a fortune.
It looked really nice.
The garden rescue team definitely delivered like way above our expectations too. It's something we'd never have come up with ourselves.
No, you've never have come up with the designs. So just having the design and seeing the reality of it for the division today has just been absolutely amazing.
It looks like today we have two very happy customers.